March, starting their season in Portimao in April, Easter weekend instead. On to the last lap. Let's celebrate all these great cars. And Pete Motorani goes through turn one. What a great run it's been for Pipo. Took over the car from Felipe Nasser, who did the first two stints. Harry Tinkner looks like he's going to bring the 55 Mazda Motorsports DPI in second position. I think he's seen off the challenge from the French Jeremy, and Loic Duval seems to have established himself as he goes on to the last lap as the third spot on the overall podium.
Yeah, it looks like that way. And talking of podiums, Guido van der Garde had a problem a few laps ago in the Racing Team Netherlands, car number 29. He was running in the 4th position and trying to get up to third, but he's now lost a fair bit of ground. He's still in 4th, but quite a long way behind Gabriel Aubry. Well, actually, he's closing it in. He's only a couple of seconds or so behind him now, but he did drop a fair bit of ground 3 or 4 laps ago. So it's Mikkel Jensen who still leads that class.
Coming up after we've given you the final Mazda rundown and hopefully spoken to one or two of the principals, stay tuned to RS2 IMSA Radio for Michelin post-race tech. Hashtag Michelin PRT at IMSA Radio. 2021 has started in fine style for Whelen Engineering. Their red and white Cadillac takes the black and white checkered flag and will win here at Daytona, and therefore will start the Rolex 24 next Saturday on pole position. Harry Tinknell will start alongside, or at least his Mazda number 55 will. He brings that home after a great start from Ollie Jarvis. Loic Duval, a Mustang sampling in third. Ollie Pla, Meyershank Racing, their first outing with the Acura. Cadillac, Mazda, Cadillac, Acura, Acura, Cadillac, with Wayne Taylor Racing and Kamui Kobayashi in the 48 Ali Cadillac in 6th position. That's your front 3 rows. Renger van der Zande for Cadillac, Chip Ganassi still to come across the line. LMP2, Mikkel Jensen, I think actually by the vagaries of where the leader was when they went across the line, will get a full lap on the field, which seems rather harsh. It doesn't change where he starts, or at least that car for PR1 Matheson Motorsport will start next weekend. High Class Racing will be on the outside of the first row for LMP2. Then it'll be Tower Motorsport and Racing Team Nederland from Dragon and Chetila. In GT Le Mans, Nick Tandy, in his first outing for Corvette, brings it home to the checkered flag, and it's a Corvette 1-2 for the C8Rs. The two Nicks, Nick Tandy and Nicky Katzberg, running the anchor legs there with Kevin Estre and WeatherTech Racing. Well, they played the strategy card there. We talked about it in our Porsche Keys to the Race, and that Porsche will start on the inside of the second row ahead of Risi, or at least alongside Risi, and ahead of the two BMWs. In GT Daytona, Bill Power and Turner Motorsport comes home to take the checkered flag for GTD, with Porsche and Pfaff Motorsports in second. Grasser Racing Team, the 111 Lamborghini on the inside of row 2 next weekend, and Ollie Gavin brings the Vassar Sullivan Lexus number 14 home to start on the outside of row 2. Then a Mercedes, it's Philip Ellis for Winwood Racing after Russell Ward started that car. New colour scheme for the 57.